Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it. Superman Spage Age debuts from DC Comics in July of this year, and I could not be more excited. This is written by Mark Russell, but it's got artwork by Mike Allred. Mike Allred is one of my personal favorite comic book artists. I love Madman. I love his David Bowie book. I love so much that Mike Allred does, and he's done Superman before. There was a Madman Superman, was it Hullabaloo or something like that? That was out, and that was really cool, but now here he is delivering the first issue of a 3-issue series, and the first issue may be $10, but it's 80 pages of Mike Allred artwork, and then each issue will subsequently be released every second month. So in July, and then that's July, August, September, and then November, right? And hopefully, from what I'm gathering, it's all going to be Mike Allred artwork. That's glorious. That's magnificent. What's the point of the book? Well, it's an out-of-continuity Superman tale about a young Clark Kent finding out that the world will end. And so he decides to go against his father's wishes, become Superman, and save the world, right? So it's a familiar story, but it will be done in a different type of way, I'm sure. Mark Russell has a really cool kind of like satirical take with social commentary and superheroes, and the way he works it, it's not obnoxious, it's not like super on the nose. Sometimes it's on the nose, but it always really works, right? But then you add that with Mike Allred style. Mike Allred's got this really cool, clean, retro type style, and from what I have been able to gather, this is going to be a giant tribute to like 50s era Superman, and I'm excited. Mark Russell doesn't always go into his commentary. He is also just able to tell an incredibly well-crafted story. And then you got Mike Allred. Mike Allred's doing a Superman book. Y'all, I cannot be more freaking excited. There you go. Dark Crisis, Worlds Without a Justice League will be probably a series of one-shot, but the first one will come out in July, and this is going to be written by Tom King with artwork by Chris Burnham. The main focus on this story is going to be on the legacy of Superman post the death of the Justice League. Justice League number 75 comes out at the end of the month. The Death of the Justice League, written by Joshua Williamson. It's the next step to Dark Crisis. There was Infinite Frontier. There was Justice League Incarnate. There will be Justice League 75 and then Dark Crisis. And I'm really excited for the Dark Crisis book because I love crisis-type events. Plus, I have read Justice League 75. I read a retailer preview of it, and it was really good. So I'm really excited for that book to drop. I'm really excited for Dark Crisis. And, of course, we're going to get tie-ins. Tom King, he loves writing Superman, so I'm excited to see what he can do with a one-shot comic. I'll be really excited for that. Chris Burnham, I know him mostly as a collaborator with Grant Morrison on Batman Incorporated, on Nameless. Nameless art, Nameless is freaking awesome. So I'm excited for that. There will be a backup story in there by Brandon Thomas, Chuck Brown, and Fico Ossio. Ossio is a really fantastic artist with a very dynamic style. But that will be like a backup focusing on the Aquaman legacy. So he doesn't get his own one shot. He gets the backup in the Superman one. That releases, by the way, in July. Then we got Avengers and Moon Girl is a one-shot in July from Marvel Comics. Mohel Mashigo, Diogenes Neves. This is continuing a series of one-shots. They're not giving Moon Girl her own series, but they are doing a series of one-shots in which she's teaming up with different Marvel characters. The first one drops in June, and it's Miles Morales and Moon Girl. And the second one will be Avengers and Moon Girl. Surely this will all be collected together just in time for that Moon Girl animated series. Then we got Ax-Wielder Jon is a new 148-page graphic novel from Nick Pitara. Nick Pitara is the artist of the Manhattan Projects with Jonathan Hickman. I love his artwork. It's got a very textured, complex, detailed type style, and I'm really excited for this book. So I've gotten an early look at it. I haven't fully dived in, but the artwork looks amazing. I will be reporting on my thoughts on Rockin Robbie Live on Sunday night. But Nick Pitara is doing this book, Ax-Wielder Jon. It's already done, 148 pages, and it's about this dude, in this world of like monsters and sci-fi stuff going on, and it's like, how far will a man go to protect those that he loves? That kind of typical thing. But the artwork, the character designs, it's violent, it's bloody, it looks glorious. It looks majestic. It looks absolutely freaking awesome. I'll be reading that graphic novel and reporting on it on Rockin Robbie Live, but that will be crowdfunded on Zoop and released later on, I think, this year or in the spring. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll definitely keep everybody in the know there. Then we got It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth, a graphic novel from Image Comics, releasing in November. It's by Zoe Thrugood. Zoe Thrugood apparently broke in a couple years ago with a graphic novel. I've never read that. I can't even remember the name of it. But I'm familiar with her work from Rain right now over at Image Comics, the Joe Hill story with David M. Booher and Zoe Thrugood. I really like her artwork there. This is going to be a bio-autographic comic book graphic novel about 6 months out of her life and what it's like to be an artist and just struggle through certain things and kind of be selfish as an artist and things like that. I don't know. It seems really neat. I like her style, so I'm definitely going to be checking that out. The Exiled is going to be a crowdfunded on Kickstarter graphic novel from Gifted Revels, which is ran by Adam Lawson. He's writing this book based on a story that was developed by Wesley Snipes. So don't think of it like Keanu Reeves and Berserker or what's her name and Mother of Madness. I cannot remember her name right now for some reason. You know, Khaleesi. That's not her real name, but you know what I'm talking about. Why is her name? I cannot think about it. Anyway, I'm trying to think about this. So Wesley Snipes has created this story. It's about this dude after like a chemical attack or a biowarfare or something like that. He's like a detective. He's got unpopular opinions and he's trying to like solve the case. It's Wesley Snipes in like this sci-fi detective story or something, basically. So they're making a graphic novel out of it. Gabriel Santos is going to be the artist there. That is going to be crowdfunded on Kickstarter. It's Wesley Snipes. I'm going to check that one out. Then The Crow. They're making a new Crow movie based on the James O'Barr classic, and this time they've cast Bill Skarsgård, right? So a lot of people are saying it's the remake of the movie The Crow. Well, The Crow is an adaptation of the book, so I'm just going to say it's a readaptation of the book, right? Obviously, a lot of people are closely connected with that Crow movie. I think the movie's all right. I love the art in the comic book, so that's something I like to dive into. So I'm excited for this. Skarsgård, I'm only familiar with him from as Pennywise from It and from what's this show? Castle Rock. Castle Rock. He's in Castle Rock, right? Just a little bit. So he's kind of got a look. He's got that Iggy Pop heroin chic type thing. So I think it will fit The Crow in that James O'Barr style. And I'm excited to check that movie out. So that's what we got for you this week. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, we get Dylan's Horror Show tonight. So join us over at Dylan's Horror Show. Link in the description below. We're going to be talking about Eli Roth's Cabin Fever. And I cannot be more excited. I love this ridiculously awesome movie. So excited for that. And then Rockin Robbie Live on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. I will be talking about Ax-Wielder Jon. I'm going to read it. I'm going to give you a report, a book report from Rockin Robbie. Anyway, that's what we got for you. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments below anything you think about any of this news. Anything exciting you? Anything getting you riled up for adventure? I don't know. Anyway, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and join us over at patreon.com/PCP if you want to help support the channel. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for rocking with us. Station. Pop, pop, boom!